I think when I was developing SPEC back in 1973, the early 70s, SPEC, by the way, stands for single photon emission computer tomography. I coined that word to distinguish it from positron. I had no idea that it would ever become what it did become. I mean, back then, I was a physicist working in basic science, mostly at Oak Ridge, and I thought this was a research toy. Just like I remember when I was a kid, I used to like to build things with Tinker Toy, and I don't know what those other ones were, with little wooden sticks, and you know, that was always a tinkerer, I guess. And so to me, this was sort of building a little Tinker Toy. The positron people said it's theoretically impossible, cannot be done. And I sort of said, well, darn the torpedoes. Let's just move ahead, see what happens. So we built the system, took it to Baylor College of Medicine. I was the first volunteer. It's the only nuclear medicine scan I ever had so far, knock on wood. And the images worked. We reconstructed these slices, and they didn't look too bad. They looked okay, and it was great. I mean, it was a great feeling. I mean, still, I didn't believe, you know, even then. I had no idea. You know, I thought still it's a research toy. Well, I can mention so many mentors. It's almost impossible. I'm almost afraid, but I will try. Even going back to my thesis advisor, Eugene Dunham from the University of Florida. And then I had a postdoc at Oak Ridge National Laboratory with two outstanding physicists. One was Jack Gibbons, the other Dick Macklin. Jack Gibbons, by the way, was the first PhD student from Duke. He actually wrote a recommendation for me, helped me get my job at Duke. Then at Duke, I was so many, certainly Dr. Coleman, Ed Coleman, the director of nuclear medicine, recruited me. And of course, there was Charles Putman, the first chairman. He's passed away, the late Charles. And then there was Carl Raven, who's the current now acting chairman. One special person would be my technologist, Kim Greer. He did the job of 4 people. Of course, Duke only paid him for the price of 1 person, but I don't put that in. But, you know, and then with Ed Coleman, just the support, and Carl Raven and all that, supporting my research, giving me a research lab in the middle of a hospital. We have a company that makes the Phantoms that test these instruments and got a lot of the unsafe ones off the road and out of the hospital. So, you know, I plan to help my son and daughter are running this. My son has two children, so I got 2 grandchildren. And I also have a condominium in Florida. There's a wonderful fishing. It's just so great, deep sea fishing, and I enjoy that so much. I may look into getting a yacht, a little boat, and do my own fishing, either on the intercoastal or in the ocean. Unless that oil spill that goes around from Louisiana gets into the Gulf Stream.